Hi beauty. So I'm just recording my day for today. So I got up, went to work, disaster. And then I was kind of nervous the whole time about whether or not I felt like I should go and see the recruiter. I got home and got enough courage to go ahead and just follow through. So I got home, I changed, and I'm a hot mess, y'all. I'm definitely have on my pajamas. I kind of was in the midst of making a video where I looked it all nice and dandy, but my sister called me and the end of that video, and then I totally forgot and took off all of my makeup and stuff, and I was like, okay, but I still need to make this video. So anyway, back to the first visit. I went to a recruiting location in South Holland, Illinois, of 162nd, and I called before I came because I was kind of pushing it because they close at 6, and it was like 5:30, and I'm trying to fly down the street and make it. So I called and let them know I was on my way, and he was nice enough to wait for me. And when I got there, of course, it was a Caucasian male um, greeting me. And he came out the office when I was walking in, shook my hand, got me in there, introduced me to everybody in there. And then from there, we just went over kind of stuff we talked about on the phone, which was pretty much like a pre-screening. And he just basically wanted to know, like, about my health conditions, if I had any children, what was my background like, how old I was. Yeah, just a lot of stuff to see, do I qualify, which I feel like, yeah, that's good, so I won't be wasting no gas. So then when I finally got there, he proceeded and he asked the questions again and made sure that I had the same information. So I did have to disclose that I have sickle cell trait, and as well as I used to have febrile seizures as a child, and I just didn't want it to come up anywhere else. So I just feel like, tell them from the jump. And that's kind of pretty much who I am as a person. I'm a bad liar, so I can't really hold anything back. So they know that. So what they said about that was I will have to get a waiver for my sickle cell trait, and that's just more paperwork to fill out, as well as my febrile seizures I had as a child. I will have to do the paperwork, and I have to bring in documentation. So I have to go to my doctor's office and pull out my medical records and then give them a copy, and they're going to pass it on to their medical chief to review it, and then we have to go from there. But we also discussed about taking the practice test, and he pretty much told me it was at my speed, and he let me pick a day. And I chose to come back this Saturday and take the practice test at 9. And pretty much from everybody's video, it says that you want to take this test seriously. So I'm just going to take this test and see where I'm at, and then go from there. Hopefully it's high enough and I'm comfortable with it. But if it's not, then I'll take my time and just do some studying and then go back and take it as many times as needed. So then he kind of explained to me being, part-time, full-time, enlisted, or reserve. And I kind of settled in on the enlisted, where I can be there full-time and get all the benefits and travel, because I really don't feel the need to go part-time. I mean, that's only like twice a month, and you get the benefits and stuff, but I really want to get the whole experience if I'm gonna go. And what else did we discuss? We discussed about my background, so they were asking, about any arrests and all of that stuff. Of course, I have a clean background, but they do ask about like speeding tickets, and I did tell them I had red light violations, and their concern was that I did pay. And of course, you're going to pay. Like Chicago, if you have any type of tickets, they will garnish your checks. They will take your refund money. So they're going to get it back. So it's not a question, did you pay? Because you're going to pay eventually. It's just how far along you're going to go without paying. So yeah, we talked about that. talked about the job prospects, and that's the one thing about being enlisted. You can kind of choose whatever job that you want to do, rather than if you're doing like commission, you have to do it on availability. As well as we discussed, I'll be coming in with my bachelor's, and so that make me a E4. You know, these terms are new to me. So I'll be coming in as an E4. Now he was an E6, so that's why I got confused. But yeah, I'll be coming in as an E4, and he showed me that pay range, which is pretty much what I'm making now at my job. But I'm paying rent, I'm paying my car note, I'm paying car insurance, I'm paying ComEd, I'm paying the gym, you know, everything. So I mean, I'll be making pretty much where I'm at now, or maybe a little less. But the bills and stuff is totally cheaper. And then he even showed me his pay stub and the deductions that's coming out of his check. And, you know, we still have to do the taxes and stuff. And, you know, and even though he said he has like 10 years of experience, so, you know, his check is based on his experience and his ranking as well. And, what else did we go through? I'm sorry, guys. I'm really monotone because I'm tired, but I really wanted to make this video. We talked about, all my concerns. So, boom. I hit them with all of my questions, like, what about my bills? You know, my car, my rent, my blah, blah, blah. And pretty much you're stuck with your car, so you need somebody to, you know, take that over for you, and you can do the power of attorney. Hell no. Hell to the no, 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 if you know the song. So I just had to get somebody I trust to, you know, pay my bill. And then as far as that, your landlord is halal. They have to let you out of your lease. I did see something that you have to pay 30 days. So once you get your orders from the army, you have to get 30 days. You have to, yeah, your lease will be over in 30 days. So meaning you'll be responsible for one more payment. Okay, that's a law, so they gotta grant you that. And then as far as, you know, other stuff going off, like your cable, your car insurance, that's kind of, you know, disposable stuff that you get back to it once you can. Even though, you know, I'm kind of a person that likes to pay everything, not necessarily on time, but I like to pay it because I don't like getting bagged up. Because once you bagged up, it's kind of hard from, you know, to get back on track. So I'm big on that. So that's one of my biggest things. And, you know, you have to get cleared, and your bills can't be too high because you have to get cleared to be in the Army. So that's something that I read and something I discussed with them too. And then as far as the basic training and the payment, they did say that you do get your first payment when you are in reception. You get like $350, but that's for the stuff that you need for basic training. And that's like considered in advance. And then, you know, that's get taken out of your money since it's in advance. So you have to give that money back to them. Yeah, you get a little debit card they mentioned. So I seen that in the video, somebody talking about that. So that was confirmed today when I was speaking with the recruiter. What else did we discuss? I was talking about the gas chamber. And he was saying that's something you definitely have to do. Well, I definitely have to do. I was talking about digging in the trenches and somebody shooting ammunition in the air. So I was asking him, has there been any casualties that he know of during that process? And he told me his exact words is he's 6'4", and he can literally stand up and will not be shot during that process. That was his answer. That helps somewhat or whatever. But, you know, living in Roseland, for 5 or 6 years, I know bullets do not have any name on it, honey. So yeah, that was his answer for that. What else? I pretty much asked every question that made me have my spectacle moments about it. I know some more probably exist, and I told him I probably have more Saturday when I do come in. So that's the gas chamber. That's the shooting at you in the trenches and stuff. Well, shooting in the air while you're doing the little exercise and stuff. What else? What am I missing? So he gave me a little folder. I'm looking for it. I must have put it up, but it's just an army folder. That's my proof that I actually went to prove to you guys. And I get up my little nerve. So then what he did ask me to bring